Hey there, buddy, chum, pal, friend, buddy, pal, chum, bud, friend, fella, brother, amigo, pal, buddy, friend, chummy, chum, pal. I don't mean to be rude, my friend, pal, home slice bread, slice dog, but I gotta warn ya. If you take one more diddly darn step right there, I'm gonna have to diddly darn snap your neck. And wowza, wouldn't that be a crummy juncture, huh? Do you want that? Do you wish upon yourself to come into physical experience with a crummy juncture? Because friend, buddy, chum, friend, chum, pally, pal, chum, friend, if you keep this up, then well, gosh diddly darn, I just might have to get not so friendly with you, my friendly friend, pal, friend, buddy, chum, pally, friend, chum, buddy. Fuck you. Welcome to Complimentary Mania.
And with that,
Excusez-moi, to you.
What the fuck?
what the hell?
That was posted by Mr. Internet. Speaking of that, he's got some rules.
Is he a cousin of Mr. House?
Yeah, we just stepped into his house. I was
Mr. House?
I'm actually his waiter. I'm his maid.
You're his maid.
Yeah, that's why I have.
Does he
the
make you
silly
wear
get
the
up
dress?
on. Yeah.
I knew it.
That makes sense.
No, he
Checks
don't.
out.
Sometimes I
make
just
him, he
wear it
wants to.
because I want to.
No.
All right. Listeners at home, people on commutes to work, that one person listening to us in a factory, you know who you are.
And Mr. Finland man.
Oh,
yes,
yeah, Finland man.
Bartholomew Chummers.
He's just guessing. We don't actually know who our Finland listener is.
I doubt there's someone in Finland named Bartholomew Chummers.
Just a lucky guess.
He's
I
a buddy
guess.
friendo chum pal.
But hey, if that's you listening, hey,
Well, look,
well
Hey.
done.
right now we're in the internet mansion. And I'm the waiter. I have a list of rules that we need to adhere to before we enjoy our stay here.
In
So-
the internet mansion.
Yeah, it's a weekend stay.
So this is our
Ah.
34th episode.
There's this wonderful man named Jeffrey that owns this place.
Stop.
Wrong side of the internet. Wrong
side of the internet.
I mean, considering the list I'm looking at right here, it's probably fitting.
Well, basically, we figured since this is our 34th episode, we'd talk about the thing everybody thinks of when they think of the number 34.
All the other ones, the rules of the internet.
Yeah, where the original post came from.
Yeah,
So we're just going to kind of go through them.
That's the only thing we were talking about. What are you here for?
Yeah.
Well, again, I'm the maid. I mean, waiter. I mean, I'm here.
Hi, here.
So I'm
I'm
going
Tommy.
to pull up the rules
Your
and
name
we'll
is
interpret
here?
them as we go, okay? Number 1, do not talk about /B.
You missed
Uh,
number 0.
It's not listed on this list.
Rule number 0 is don't fuck with cats.
Oh, also, we should probably preface, it's entirely interpretive. There's apparently infinite rules, but this is the most expansive list that I could find that
Bet-
isn't complete bullshit.
Better
Complete.
yet, this is a list of the internet. I don't really believe that there is an official list. Now, someone could argue in the comments, well, actually, there is an official list at this r/whatever. And this is just
we're on
a
r/copy
list that is more or
pasta.
less the list.
So copy pastas are a form of internet storytelling
Yes.
that got really popular with 4chan, where everyone was posting anonymously and they'd delete every once in a while.
I was never into 4chan
That's
or
fair.
Reddit.
Okay.
That's fair.
Well,
But,
there might be
There is an original rules of the internet post, but it's been lost to time.
lost to time, archived somewhere deep, but I couldn't find it. What I did find is this.
Yeah.
There is no rule 0 on this list,
Close
but it does
approximation.
exist somewhere. Rule 1, do not talk about /B.
Define.
So-
Fight Club, but for sweaty 500-pound men on Discord
Whoa! You're
swooning
wrong.
over their kittens.
You're
Cottons.
very wrong.
It's B. It's 4chan's,
Yeah.
general board.
Discord is completely different from 4chan, though.
I know, but they fit the same physical categories usually.
I think Sweaty Basement Nerd is pretty universal. If you want to shit on a group of the internet, the people on /B are probably a good group to pick, but it's the same as shitting on the people who scroll through r/memes.
But they fit the mold, you know what I mean?
Yeah, but so does every video gamer. So stereotypes about people online are always all the same. You know?
Anyways, do not talk about B. Fight Club reference, but kind of cringe.
It's a Fight Club reference about anonymous B.
Yeah, let's move on to 2, which apparently has a bunch of subcategories. 2, you do not talk about B. 2.1, always speak /C, whatever that means.
That's another message board.
2.2, remember second place. 2.3, it doesn't matter. I missed. 2.4, again, what the heck? 2.5, if anyone asks about /B, you don't know anything. E1, Rafflecopter makes you look like a noob. E2, to the power of -x over lambda. E.E, my Rafflecopter goes soy soy soy.
We're going to.
I'm like 80% sure this guy just got off of a DMT trip. There's no way.
I'm pretty sure that these are all inside jokes in /B.
I do get the Rafflecopter going shwoosh shwoosh.
I know that one because of memes about it, but the other few, I'm assuming they're probably inside jokes, kind of like how Bethesda has the fishy stick.
So we're talking about this, so it's probably important that we give people as much context as we know. So, for the people at home, what's a Rafflecopter and why does it go soy soy soy?
No, it goes
Okay.
swoosh, 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 swoosh.
The Rafflecopter, more specifically, we should focus on what raffle means. Rolling on floor laughing. It's an acronym, an unfunny one at that. And someone attached it to the Rafflecopter. And the idea behind the Rafflecopter is that they're delivering the lulz. And so the Rafflecopter is flying over, and it's like them announcing they're about to be funny. So the Rafflecopter is going swoosh, 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 swoosh. That's like the equivalent of the epic gamer entering the thread and about to drop some epic green text or whatever on the board.
Also, 2.4, again, what the heck? I think that's one of the memes that carried over into Reddit, which is the reposting thing. I think even back on message boards, people really didn't like reposting.
Yeah, and
Which
this
is funny because Twitter's kind of a whole platform built on it, and it's insanely popular.
What's Twitter? I know, sorry. I have to bring it up. Number 3, we are anonymous. And then literally 100 digits of pi. Expect us. ABC, Omegle is epic and so is Tumblr.
Wow, that dates this.
Someone
So-
just felt like putting in pi.
So, I think Omegle and Tumblr are on there because 4chan had some very famous raids on those two websites.
Yeah, that was like the stuff to kind of travel onto at that point because 4chan's old as fuck.
I don't know if that started Gamergate or not. Was the Tumblr 4chan raid pre or post Gamergate?
It was pre-Gamergate.
So did it start Gamergate? Did the
Kind
rift
of.
between 4chan and gaming journalists in Tumblr start with the 4chan raids?
Yeah,
'Kay.
something about Piccolo.
We don't talk about the Daily Dose, okay?
That should be another rule. Actually, can we clip that on at the end? This goes up to 99 technically, so 100 can be we don't talk about Piccolo. Obviously, we are anonymous. It states that every single person on B is anonymous because that's how the site works. 4 is cringe. Anonymous is legion. Shut the fuck up.
I mean, it is kind of like cringy 4chan things. The famous hacker known as 4chan
Yeah.
kind of shit.
Yeah. Anonymous. Okay, number 5. Anonymous does not forgive. Anonymous does not forget. A bunch of internet trolls trying to be all cool. I guess some of them can dox people. Very, very cool.
To be fair, a lot of the first doxes that happened came about with people reporting people who abused cats and shit.
Right.
So I think that's where
I'm not gonna say
that
like
kinda
all the
ego
doxing
came
was
from.
bad.
no, all the doxing is generally bad. Like you should
More
never
or less,
dox.
it's a bad thing, but it's like there were good intentions behind it. It's just the act itself was bad.
Yeah, there were
right?
some okay targets, and like one,
They exposed those people in the wrong way.
I really do like the Shia LaBeouf thing.
Yes, the
Because he wasn't harmed. The He Will
Mhm.
Not Divide Us event,
Yeah.
like he wasn't
The
harmed
flag.
during that, but it was really funny.
6. Anonymous can be a horrible, senseless, uncaring monster.
That's actually kind of just good advice. I don't know about 4chan specific
I think
because I
it's-
don't spend any time there, but it's good advice for
Yeah,
on
that's-
the internet.
It could be interpreted as a broader sense as the internet as a whole. The
Spence,
internet can be uncaring.
Would you agree with number 6 being the first piece of actually good, anything worthwhile?
I don't understand a lot of these references because back when these were actual references, I wasn't allowed on the internet.
Spence, you were allowed on
Relatable
the
though.
everything.
Yeah, I mean, you were around when TVs were invented. How the fuck did you not get on the internet?
Well, you see, there are powers beyond my forces,
Like
otherwise
France.
known as mom and dad.
Like France.
Like trying to avoid France.
There's
Yeah.
also a sub rule 6 point and then another like 100 digits that I'm not listing off. Didn't expect them.
It looks like they at first tried to double pi and then gave up halfway through.
No, they gave up on the second digit because the second digit is 4.
It might be a reference to something. There are a lot of like hentai that get referred to with long digits like that.
Yeah, Rule 34 works like that, which is foreshadowing.
I don't know anything about that, but I'm guessing
They
that's what
use
it
a
could
long
be.
string of numbers to categorize images. Anyways, number 7. Anonymous is still able to deliver. Whatever that means. I would assume it's like they're toting that 4chan can still deliver on whatever the consumer might see fit, whatever they're looking for. I don't know, dude.
I think it's more doxing shit.
So you interpret it as a threat rather than it's like, hey,
It's either a threat or it's making jokes about like Papa John's being still able to deliver. It's in there as like ah.
nah.
You see, the issue is we're reading the rules of the internet from 4chan when none of us have ever used 4chan.
It's kind of fun and interpretive though. Like this is
Yeah.
definitely a piece of like internet history. I don't know if it would ever show up in a textbook, but it's kind of
I
formative.
really
It's
hope this
neat.
wouldn't
This
be in a
is
textbook.
real history,
Yeah.
technically.
Like
It
it's,
doesn't feel that way because of the
Trevor,
context, but you know.
There was real history in your history books at high school. Were you this fascinated with the history books there? Like, oh, this is a real piece of history. Or did you throw it in your locker at the end of each day and not care
Well,
about
first off, I didn't use my locker. Fucking lockers? Seriously? You think I'm gonna leave shit at school?
relatable though.
I love being robbed. Anyways, number 8. There are no real rules about posting.
I actually like this. I think 6 and 8 are my favorites so far. Mostly because, like, hey, people you don't know don't care about shit
Mhm.
and can be awful.
They're like
to you.
actual rules that inform you about how the internet works. It's like
Yeah.
6 lets you know that it doesn't care about how you feel or what you think, and then 8 lets you know, hey, anyone can post anything here. That goes for you and everyone
Yeah.
else you look at.
So, funny little side story. Here lately, I made a fake LinkedIn account and I started bullying big companies.
How's it going?
I love that for you.
I haven't gone back into it yet, but I bullied like Ubisoft, Target, Lowe's, Walmart,
Did you get any gift cards?
Old Navy.
I'm gonna take that as a no.
Bro, you were around when it
Oh.
was just Navy,
And
right?
I also gave Spirit of Halloween the location of Ubisoft's headquarters to say, "Hey, found a new warehouse for you."
Oh! Because Ubisoft has fired all their employees.
They got plenty of extra space. All right.
Anyway,
Number 9. Always register with your local service provider. In 9001, power levels tell you nothing. Rules of the internet tell you everything.
do they though?
Always register with your... Oh, okay.
Local service provider. What kind of
This
services
one's
are we
confusing.
registering
Maybe
with?
it's just I'm small brain, but this one doesn't make a lot of sense.
I think
Maybe the idea it's giving is always register with your local service provider because that way there's less of a chance for people to access your data because broader networks have much more fragile networks because there's more people on them. There are more people able to access your personal information. So if you register with your local service provider, there's a way lower risk of that happening.
maybe.
Kind of far strung, I know.
The
but that's what I'm doing.
9001 thing is a
It's
Dragon
just
Ball
the
Z
funny.
reference.
It's over 9,000. Poggers.
However, when someone is like being racist and hiding it, the way people use is like shorthand internet lingo for that is like they're hiding their power levels. That's like when someone has like strong political beliefs or they're like really racist, but they don't want you to know.
So it's basically reading implications, but saying it in a really nerdy
Perfect.
fucking way. Number 10. If you enjoy any rival sites, don't.
I think 4chan has a very exclusionary and
very
kind of like
close-minded.
elitist culture.
It's
know?
close-minded. Just don't enjoy other people's opinions. Only enjoy ours. That one's kind of just lame.
I don't know if it's about other
opinions.
It's not about other opinions. It's more like Reddit is cringe because it's not anonymous. Twitter is cringe because there's bots. 4chan.
Our site's great because it doesn't do any of that.
Yeah.
That's what it's implying.
4chan is racism.
You know how people on Reddit will always joke about how shitty people on Twitter and iFunny are?
Yes.
I think it's that. I think it's that from 4chan.
Considering I'm on Reddit. Yeah.
Yeah.
11.
Sounds
All
about right.
your carefully picked arguments can easily be ignored. There's also a bunch of sub ones here. 11.1. Anything you say, no matter how truthful or carefully picked, will be deemed wrong if the majority is against you. 11.2. If a site looks serious, it doesn't mean it's a trusted site.
I think this is internet argument stuff because on old-timey message boards, arguing about basically anything was always on the table.
Yeah.
This is about like etiquette that like, hey, if you haven't convinced enough people to help you out, you'll just be considered wrong regardless
Yeah,
of how factual
it's like
you are.
pseudo hive mind. It's like, oh well, the majority agrees with this notion, so it must be right.
I think
right?
that also happens on other social media too, right?
Yeah.
Every every YouTube channel I've been to, every Twitter page that exists, they're
Mhm.
all like
This
that.
one definitely isn't just a 4chan rule, it's an everything rule. It's a good rule.
I like that.
Mhm.
I like rule number 12 actually.
Do you want to take some from here? I've been reading off most of the rules.
Sure.
All the rules, in fact.
Rule number 12 reads, anything you say can and will be used against you.
Okay, that's just your Miranda right.
Yeah, that's...
Yeah, I mean, I think it's important when dealing with the internet because things stick when you post them, so
That's-
people will
Yeah.
bring up old posts a lot, especially if you're doing something silly like running for office.
Yeah. Digital footprint is a real term that people use because it's a real thing that has consequences.
Just think, if you want to run for president now, someone can pull up this podcast.
They can listen to episode 31, Freaky Genies, and I will never become the president.
Or you'll become the president immediately.
Maybe they're just freaky like that. Maybe they wished for the genie foot jobs too.
Shut the hell your mouth.
Okay, can we hear number 13?
Rule 13. Anything you say can be turned into something else. And then it says fixed.
Must just be an augmentation of 12.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's just that people...
So they can just twist whatever you say into new meanings based off of modern day.
I feel like this rule-
colloquialisms.
Well, this is a copy pasta.
Yeah.
So I think this is about copy pasta.
You know, the funny thing is, this copy pasta was posted 5 years ago. However, I feel like this specific statement is way worse now because of the advent of AI,
I don't know how convincing an AI repost of something is, though.
but it's getting better.
It is getting... Have you seen the
There-
new AI videos?
Yes.
That's spooky.
It's getting to a point. Like, it's certainly plausible within the next 2 to 3 years there are going to be videos that are unintelligible from the real authentic version.
I'm taking bets as to which year you think the president will say it's been deep faked. That wasn't my actual speech about like something they actually said.
We'll bet on that, but I feel like we're not allowed to do that on here.
Well, no, not on here. I'm just saying it's like that's going to be something that happens
Absolutely.
in coming years, you know.
That's awesome. Can't wait.
Can't
hate it.
wait. 14. Don't argue with trolls. It means that they win.
It's just a good rule.
Yeah, I
That
kind of
is.
like that. A lot of big internet controversies could have been avoided if people didn't engage with trolls.
If you use your intuition, you could tell whether someone's rage baiting you or not.
Yeah,
and
I
then
think-
you just ignore them if they are.
I think general internet lingo is just don't feed the trolls. Don't ever feed the trolls.
Mm-hmm.
15 is the harder you try, the harder you will fail.
That feels just pessimistic.
I think it's more about like engaging and trying to argue with people online. I think
it's an extension of 14.
yeah.
This would probably be more like a
If you tie it in with
14.5.
context, it makes a lot of sense. But just on its own, it's like that's sad. That's all I've got on that one.
16. If you fail an epic
Do you want help with this one, Mister
I got this. I got
Alright.
this.
Chummy
16.
Friend Pal?
If you fail in epic proportions, it may just become a winning failure.
Still kind of like 15, but
Well,
like
this applies
worse.
to the internet specifically well because
Yeah.
if people see you fail in a certain way, it'll become infamously viral.
I really like.
Like epic fails,
Yes.
Yeah. There was
quite literally.
there was a skier who competed in the Olympics, and
Mhm.
his country didn't have a ski team, so he got in the Olympics being a terrible skier, and he broke all the records for the worst ever recorded
Mhm.
Olympic scores. And when they were like, "Okay, you can't compete next Olympics," people protested because they were like, "Hey, listen, I know he sucks, but God damn it, he's ours. You let him compete."
Mine. Let him cook.
He may be a piece of shit, but he's our piece of shit.
Exactly. It's very much like that. Like if you fail spectacularly on the internet,
Even like,
people will admire you.
Even like Logan Paul's apology video.
Yeah, that kind
It
of
was
be
completely, unempathetic and uncaring, and it was such a failure on his point to try and actually apologize to his fan base that it got up to being one of his most viewed videos literally ever.
it's a meme.
Yeah.
It's a flashpoint in culture. Like people will
Or the
often
forest.
people will
Gulp.
often be like, "I made a
Or
severe
2016.
lapse in my judgment," and that's just how it do
That's
be.
how we do.
They just have that deadpan look on their face and like, I apologize for this lapse of judgment.
I did not have sexual relations with that woman.
I did not hit her. I did not. That's bullshit.
Rule number 17: every win fails eventually.
Ah, yes, the stock market does indeed fluctuate.
It feels very I'm not sure what the word is. Like you said,
I would go back-
pessimistic.
Yes.
I'd go back to pessimistic.
It doesn't
Like,
quite
a lot of
fit.
these rules are like, you're
Well, it's from fucking 4chan. Of course they are.
if you win, you'll lose.
They're
if
on
you,
4chan.
If you try too hard, you'll lose.
But if you lose, people will love you for it anyway. Like
Then again, we're pessimistic. Episode 28. Reference.
I mean, he's not wrong.
Think about all the movies we've talked about.
most of them sucked.
Okay, yeah, no, that's fair. That's fair.
18.
18. Everything that can be labeled can be hated.
I hate my label maker.
Well, I mean, you could label a label.
I hate labels. I don't know. That kind of applies to, I think, most things,
Well,
probably.
people are capable of hating anything. That's
Yeah.
just what they're allowed to do.
Yeah, I don't know if that's necessarily... Is that a fact
Well,
of life?
okay.
Is that a good rule for
Well,
the internet?
we need to look at it as through the lens of the internet. And the idea is you need to keep in mind before you post or say anything that someone can and will most likely disagree with it.
No, that's a previous rule.
But it applies here too.
It might... I don't know. It might fall under different categorizations, right?
I
Maybe,
think this
but
is
it's
more,
certainly those can mesh together fairly well.
I think this is more along the lines of it just saying, be prepared. There's going to be someone out there that no matter what kind of thing you say or do, will hate you for it. Regardless of what it is, there will be someone who will hate you because there are plenty enough people on this earth with plenty enough of different experiences. And even if you're working at a soup kitchen, they'll hate you for it.
Yeah.
So I think it's not so much being pessimistic. It's more like you're going to deal with haters. Just be prepared for it, regardless of what you say.
And then 19 is, the more you hate it, the stronger it gets.
Yeah.
Me hating my legs, so they become really strong, and then I lift up cars.
Is that how you're going to skip leg day?
Yeah. That's the plan.
You're hating them into working?
Yeah.
I mean,
How very
self-hatred is a
Sith
hell
of
of a
you.
motivator.
Number 20 is, nothing is to be taken seriously. I mean, that's actually a good rule for the internet. A lot of people take things that happen online way too seriously.
Yeah.
Especially in the real
A lot
world.
of stuff gets blown out of proportion on the internet anyway for clicks and views. I mean, clickbait's basically a unanimous thing used on the internet because you kind of need to blow out the competition. So
Or to get people to click and see.
there's also a bunch of sub rules on this one, Tommy.
You know what? You want to take the sub rules there, bud?
I feel
There-
like we should pass it on to Spence. Spence hasn't gotten
you
to
ready
read
for the
some off.
sub rules of 20? Buddy-o,
I-
friendo,
yeah,
chummo,
don't-
pal,
Buddy,
home
pal,
slice,
friend.
bread slice.
I don't
Home slice
like
bread slice.
2020. But we'll go down. So 20.2. Because nothing is a serious matter, everything else isn't. No exceptions.
Huh.
It's along the lines of the nothing is to be taken seriously.
Right.
I would disagree with this. There are some things that have to be taken seriously, but not as many things that are.
Okay, what about
should
the
be.
Pope dying?
I mean, how soon is too soon, right? Like, I think it's fine to take nothing seriously, but you have to be in the mindset for that, right? Obviously, some things warrant strong and serious attention, but maybe the point of this rule is that, hey, the internet isn't the place to take things seriously. Maybe? I don't know.
Maybe, but I feel like it almost kind of contradicts some of the rules earlier on the list because the way it's put, it's like you need to take everything you do into consideration because of the way the internet is uncaring.
This is exactly where the term post-ironic comes from. This is exactly post-ironic.
I know. The layers, man.
The
Onions.
layers. I figured it out. The flashpoint of post-irony was definitely 4chan.
Spence,
Bas-
read us all the way up
basically,
to
it's-
30.
I think it's more along the lines of watch what you say, but don't take what other people say seriously. 20.3. Except for Rule 2719 hex.
And 20.
I don't know what that means. Anybody?
No.
Wait, do you know?
you know?
Not. You're saying that like you.
No, I don't.
Okay.
It 2719 hex. We'll look that up in post show.
Listener, you one listener there.
No,
Yes,
don't.
you.
Don't do
Bartholomew
it.
Chummers.
2719 hex. Do you know it? If you do, comment below.
You know
We
what?
just activated
on.
a sleeper agent.
This is 100% part of the episode, right? Like we should at least look
Yeah.
up something we're
Oh,
unfamiliar
we're
with.
live review.
live research.
Live research.
All right, I'm protecting myself. I'm opening an incognito tab.
Smart.
All right, what am I looking at?
It's
You
not
may-
a
May want to. Do you want to use a
gruesome,
VPN on that
gory
too?
scene of
I'm
death
sure
and
I'll-
annihilation.
2719 hex.
27.
We got a 2319.
19.
2319.
Put
Hex.
Rule 2719 hex
I have to put rule.
because it says except for Rule 2719 hex.
There's gonna just be a dead corpse. I don't know. I just got a feeling it's something
It's
terrible.
that dude with the rubber boot on his head that says you can't spell slaughter without laughter.
It's the jar. It's the jar,
Oh
man.
no, it's the jar.
Maybe it's the cum box
wait,
with the
hold on.
spores growing out of it.
In the Longstreet Attacks Gettysburg War Game, Hex 2719, known as Devil's Den, has a special stacking rule for only artillery units. Only 4 total support points, SPs, in this hex can be made up of artillery units. This limit applies...
I have a feeling this doesn't relate.
I don't believe that this is probably what they're referring to.
Maybe they just had a stroke typing.
It's
this out.
also a computer part.
It's yes, the rule computer
Spence.
part.
What about the rule below that? Let's move on.
All right. Next up is
We got
Yeah,
100
it's
rules
Longstreet
to go.
Attacks.
20.20.
Hold on, it's Longstreet Attacks. It's a game. It's also a computer part. That's what I got.
Okay. Well, again, single viewer. If you know
Wow.
what this is, comment below.
I'm
Anyway.
enthralled.
Sub rule 20.20. Rainbow Dash is about 20% cooler than you.
No, she's
Hard
not.
disagree.
I could literally rip her fucking legs off.
You couldn't. She beats the Flash, but like,
Sell
I
her for
don't
glue.
care. I have pocket claymore.
shut the hell your mouth.
Just sell her for glue.
Number 21.
21.
Actually, this might be a good point to bring up just how weird it is that like the internet is kind of infested with bronies. That's such a weird phenomenon.
I mean,
like
so are
furries.
cops.
Furries, I kind of understand because, like, on some level, we all watched anthropomorphized animals, but bronies are just so specific. It feels like a weird thing to like hyperfixate over.
It's got to be some form of innocence attached to it, and it's like the complete opposite deviation from what the internet is. Maybe it's like a way to counteract it. Like if 4chan is a seeping poison that slowly draws the life out of you, then My Little Pony's the cure.
And so, because of
Maybe
the
it's
cure,
not
you
the
wanna
cure.
fuck?
Maybe it's the opium for the plague.
Yeah, it's the copium.
Either way, Rule
Jamie,
21.
pull that up.
No.
Fuck you.
Rule 21. Original content is original only for a few seconds before getting old.
I kind of...
So, I agree with this entirely
Yeah.
because that's just the nature of the internet.
Okay, so I've been keeping track. Rules 6, 8, and 21 seem to be the most applicable so far.
So, what this is like much like how the internet behaves. The newest fad is the fad, and it spreads like wildfire for about a few seconds to a month at max.
Remember how funny Uganda Knuckles was
Oh
for
my God,
like
it was
3
hilarious.
hours?
Oh my god.
3 hours!
It wasn't 3 hours. It was at least a weekend. I give it a weekend, and then it was not funny. It was not
It
funny.
became so unfunny so fast.
Who touching my spaghetti, am I right?
That's still funny.
Who's touching
in like
your
a
spaghetti?
weird post-ironic way.
Post ironic. Big Chungus? Dude.
Big Chungus. Big Chungus was not funny. Then he was ironically funny. Then he was unironically the least funny thing I've ever heard of.
And then he was funny.
Then he was old. Then he was cringy. Then he was ironically unfunny. And now I haven't kept up. I'm just sick of seeing him everywhere.
I haven't seen the man in years.
No, we've seen him in the past month.
He was in the Minecraft
movie.
Yeah, that doesn't count. That's not my Chungus. Bring back my Chungus.
Hashtag not my Chungus.
Hashtag not my Chungus. You think they're still showing the movie in theaters?
Oh, hell
We could go back and we could bring flags that say "Not my Chungus" and wave them around and scream.
Dude,
because of what's been happening in Minecraft movie theaters, I feel like if we showed up with flags, we'd get kicked out by security.
So
We hide them in our buttholes.
Side note here.
Shut the fuck.
The Minecraft movie is re-released with the blocked party.
Yeah, so
Have you heard of that?
enunciated words and subtitles to go like chicken jockey and then we'll go.
And
Thanks, I
sing-alongs.
hate it.
Okay, 22.
Number 22. Copy and paste is made to ruin every last bit of originality.
Also, we should note that 23 is literally a copy of 22.
Yes, it's
You
the
missed.
irony.
You fucked up the punchline. But yeah,
It's
that's
funny.
kind of funny.
It's pretty funny.
It's all right.
Also, copy and paste. I mean, yeah.
Listen, I disagree.
I don't
I
agree.
disagree. Copy and paste can make original things. For instance, when I write, I'll often copy something, delete it, rewrite it, and then paste it underneath
original
it and take the
ideas.
best of both paragraphs to graph together.
Original ideas
I
are
wouldn't call
derived
that-
from other original ideas all the time. It's about adding the originality to
Tommy,
it from
it's
yourself.
It's not talking
That's
about
the point.
copy and then paste, Control C, Control V. It's literally just talking about reposting. Not literally copying and pasting something like in your book, but it's more along the lines of posts, for example, 4chan.
Yeah. I mean,
Just
everybody
reposting.
Everybody hates reposting on every website.
Yeah.
I also hate reposting. It's not very funny.
We should go to r/reposting sometime.
Yeah.
Anyway,
That'd be funny, I think.
No, it wouldn't.
Rule 24. Every repost is always a repost of a repost.
It's more shitting on reposting.
Yeah. It's
Yeah.
more of the same, bro.
Yay.
25.
Number 25. Relations to the original topic decrease with every single post.
With every single repost? If
It
that's the
doesn't
case,
specify
no.
post versus repost.
I think it's talking about telephone. Remember this is happening on a message board?
Yeah, like Gartic phone.
So someone will be like, "Hey guys, I want to talk about if Santa is a mythological figure or not." And then in 3
Within
Day-
3
within 3 days, hours, moment of time, you get to everybody arguing about what Santa's persona would look like, and someone is posting My Little Pony Santa.
it
art.
morphs around, but I mean that's kind of
Nah,
just people talking. We
into-
jump around.
And 2 reposts are asking whether or not if Santa can get it.
To be fair, that applies to just how people talk in general. We jump around on subjects all the time.
Well, yes,
Yeah.
but it's not saying that we don't. It's just that's another rule
Absolutely.
of something that happens.
That's not even just a rule of the internet. That's a rule of human interaction in general. Maybe minus the post part, but conversation any form of social interaction in general. It's applicable. 26.
Now, number 26. Any topic can be turned into something totally unrelated.
No.
For example,
Yeah,
this
yeah.
podcast.
Exactly what we were just fucking talking about.
I feel mildly called out.
Mild.
Rule 27.
Number 27.
Number 27.
Number 28.
For the record, it's blank. I wonder if this
you
is
said
the.
it. We should have left it.
Hold on.
I'm leaving that.
We're gonna leave that. I wonder if it's the if it's actually blank or if this is the one that requires you to send tit pics if you're a girl, and they just cut that out for like sensitivity reasons.
We're on Reddit. No one cares.
Well,
That's actually untrue.
there is number 28. Always question a person's gender just in case it's really a man.
Tommy,
Yeah.
are you a man?
Yes.
Okay, so
Way
way back when there were things called chat rooms and
Spence?
AOL,
Gulp. Are you a
Uh,
man?
it was a notorious occurrence that there would just be random, quote unquote, heavier quotes, girls that would jump into chat rooms when it's actually like a 40-year-old man, half balding, licking a blender.
Licking a blender.
Why is he licking a blender?
Spence,
I don't know.
did
I really
you do
don't know.
this?
No,
This sounds like something you would do.
no, but it's another experience I've seen.
Seen?
Yes.
Let's move on.
Many, many, many men have lost hundreds of dollars to giving money to fake internet women.
Should I pick up here?
No, I'm still going.
Okay.
Let me cook. Let me cook.
I'm letting you cook. Shut the
All
fuck
right,
up.
then.
I mean, don't.
Number
read,
29.
bitch.
On the internet, all girls are men. All kids are undercover FBI agents or justice decoys.
It's a good assumption to make.
It's
but,
kind of funny. I like that.
To Catch a Predator with
you know,
Chris Hansen.
at this point, even with webcams, it's tricky because, like, you see those, like, fake streamers all the time that are, like, dressed up like girls and they really look like girls and then they go, oh!
I'm sorry, could you repeat that?
Oh, yeah, they go, oh!
Oh boy. Yeah, I get you. I think it's definitely the funniest shit post so far.
So,
30 is even better.
oh jeez.
I love 30.
Rule 30. There are no girls on the internet.
Interestingly enough, when like this was originally copy pasted like the first few hundred times, this was probably more true. But now I think the amount of like girls and women on the internet probably outnumber
Now,
the dudes.
Hear me out. There's a
Maybe.
referendum
Reference?
amendum here. 30.1. Rule 30 only applies to the deep internet. And 30.2. If a girl is found on the deep internet, Trevor.
Code red! Red alert! All systems breached!
Thank you. All right.
Lovely.
All right. 31.
Go ahead.
Okay. Yeah. Rule number 31. Rule number 32.
I wonder if
another
this
one.
is another one that got cut out for like
It's probably
sensitivity
Maybe.
reasons.
It's pretty funny, though. Rule 32.
Shut the fuck, you
You
don't know what
must-
it is.
We're
You
still
must
going to leave
have
that.
pictures to prove your statements. No. I mean, kind of. It depends on what you're trying to, like, defend, you know? Like, what if you're just having a
Okay,
goof or a gaff, or you're
but-
posting a meme? You don't have to back it up with pictures like, this is where I found this image to shitpost with. Wait, what?
Counter argument here. Do you not remember pics or it didn't happen?
I do remember pics or it didn't happen.
I bet this is
That-
what
that's-
started
that's
Pix
what's
if it didn't
referencing.
happen.
Maybe. Rule 32.5. All your pictures were obviously photoshopped, no exceptions.
That one's
That's
just
just
irony.
the assumption to run in with, I guess. Or
It's a joke to what the
it's
trolls
memeing.
will say whenever you actually post a picture.
Mhm.
Like they're like,
It's
obviously
like,
a Photoshop.
counterpoint, it's all Photoshop.
Obviously.
32.6. I can tell from some of the pixels and from having seen a lot of shops in my day. It's just...
That's a continuation.
And then 32.7. The shadows are all wrong! Definitely photoshopped. 32I. I'm cool. See rule I. Someone just went on a really big tirade here. 33. Lurk more. It's never enough. This rule is just... It's encouraging you to
Not
lurk
say
around
anything.
on 4chan and not comment, which is good.
Personally, I do lurk on live streams a bit.
Me too.
Like,
It's nice to not get caught up in any drama.
or like just talk or engage. Like, I get that it's good for the channel to comment, but it's often nice to just kind of lurk.
It's safe,
I
right?
don't- I
It's
don't
very
know.
safe.
To watch and not be seen.
Yeah, I kind of like this. I like Rule 33. I think Rule 33 can go
Although
up
that
with the other
did
three
sound
so
kind
far.
of creepy.
Mhm.
When
Yeah.
I said that.
It's kind of cringy 4chan advice, but like not engaging as a rule is, I think, a good thing when you're on the internet.
Okay, here we go.
Trevor.
Oh, we're here.
We're at
We're
the
here.
forbidden one.
All right.
The
Rule
funny number.
34.
Oh.
There is
Oh, no.
porn of it, no exceptions. Rule 34 of the internet is what Rule 34, Zelda Pokemon Rule 34, South Park Rule 34, Reddit Rule 34, 34.2. There are ponies of it, no exceptions. 34.3. If it exists, there's an app for it. 34.4. If it exists, there is a YouTube of it. 34.4 times 2. If it exists, there is a Lego of it. 34.5. If it isn't in Minecraft, there is a crafting idea video of it. 34.6. If it exists, there is a parody of it on YouTube. 34.7. If it exists, there is a Pokemon based on it. 34.8. There is dubstep of it. No exceptions. 34.34. Everything IRL is on the internet. 34.99. There is a Mario Paint Composer version of it. 35.
Yo. We
You
gotta.
just went through
we
like
gotta unpack
three-quarters
Rule
of
I know.
the,
34.
Okay, I
of
thought
the list
for
here.
some reason 35 is part of Rule 34 because of the way it's worded. We'll just stop there and analyze that big chunk of text I just went through.
So Rule 34 is an incredibly famous post. It's the post that this went viral for. There's a website dedicated
it's
to it
the reason
now.
the funny Mint Green website exists.
Yeah.
The mint green is to improve morale.
You ever just see that Mint Green and then get like flashbanged?
No.
Get scared for a second.
Also no.
Especially if you're on,
I've spent no time lurking
especially if
on
you're
Rule
on
34.
your work's Wi-Fi.
I'm sorry. What?
Good. What? I didn't.
I said it makes you freak out if you see the mint green if you're on your work's Wi-Fi.
Spence, is there something you want to say?
No,
Hey, he doesn't want it on his like.
that's what I'm saying. I don't
honestly,
want
I
it on
respect
my
the
work's
hustle.
Wi-Fi.
You don't want it on your home Wi-Fi, so that way no one tracks your digital footprint. But if it happens at work, who really cares? It's a throwaway account. You just quit and then they get rid of it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mine.
Anyway, if
Okay.
it exists, there's porn of it.
And a bunch of
Is-
other shit,
yeah.
but I don't think that's nearly as applicable. I
Ah.
just wanted to read through it all, like,
I mean, I kind of like.
aggressively.
I kind of like the.
You kind of like porn.
Shut the
Ah,
fuck.
ga, 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 ga.
Shut the fuck your mouth.
the basis that this rule is getting at is that anything can be transformed into anything, and of course people like porn, so that is the first point the rule makes. But then it expands on that with the sub rules that it can turn into anything.
That's right.
Anything can be sexualized. Anything can be fetishized.
Anything can be put into Minecraft.
Anything can be transformed. Anything can be put into a Mario Paint composer, apparently.
Or dubstep.
Or made into dubstep.
Yeah, like the Ui-ai cat.
I know the witch doctor.
ooey-ah-ee,
He told me what
ooey-ah-ee.
to say.
What?
He told me what to do.
What the Sigma? What the Sigma?
All right. You can go to Rule 35.
Okay. 35. If no porn is found of it, it will be made. Should I go through? There's sub rules for this one too.
Oh boy, they're all
So-
the same sub rules.
Okay, I won't read them all. Oh wait,
It's-
no, there's different ones.
Oh,
I have
boy.
to read it. Okay,
Okay. Okay.
ready? Rule 35 of the internet, 35.2. If no pony is found of it, it will be made. 35.3. If there is no app for it, it will be made. 35.4. If no poop is found, it will be pooped. 35.4 times 2. If there's no Lego of it, then make one. 35.5. If it is in Minecraft, the crafting idea video will be shoved into the farthest corners of YouTube. 35.6. If there is no parody of it, make one. 35.7. If there is no Pokemon based on it, there is / will be an Animon based on it. 35.8. If no dubstep is found of it, it will be made. 35.35. If it is not on the internet, it must be by midnight. 35.99. If no Mario Paint Composer version of it is found, it will be made. 35 infinity. The number of objects and situations yet to be pornified spontaneously decreases over time.
Wow.
So, to unpack that one, it's basically the complete and polar opposite of any of the Rule 34 and its subsections.
Trevor, you really missed your calling as a theater kid, I gotta say. I've seen, like, stage plays put on by high schoolers with less passion than you reading the Mario Paint Composer version line.
Basically,
It was pretty good, wasn't
if it exists, there is something for it.
And if it doesn't exist, it will come.
If it doesn't exist yet, it will be made. It's the general, like I said before, it's the nature of the internet. People are creative, sometimes a little too creative.
sometimes movements of the hand should cost money.
The best way I can figure this
Especially if
is Hugh Neutron's quote from Jimmy Neutron. We all make mistakes in the heat of passion, Jimbo.
Didn't you say that when, like, France was made or something?
Anyway.
So,
okay.
yeah, I mean, I guess the internet always makes porn and parodies of things, and if it hasn't yet, then it will. And it's just going to be part of the internet unless they decide to stop. And I don't think that's how that's ever going to work.
Nope. Do you guys want to read more, or do you want me to keep reading? I can keep reading if you'd like.
I can take a turn. If you want to get to 40, I'll do 41 through 50.
Okay, I'll go up to 40. 36. There will always be more drama than what you just saw. I'm assuming this is just the idea that, like, stuff on the internet is semi-permanent, and you getting involved doesn't mean it's going to go away once you are done being involved.
It's also probably talking about how, like, if there's, like, internet drama, then there's always more to it than whatever you've seen of it. So, like, kind of like, hey, there's more context than you could know.
Or that it will be brought up again and more drama will be made of it.
Mm.
Yeah.
Like, for example, like people pulling things out of the internet when, for example, they're going for an office, you know?
There are so many fucking rules.
There are so many rules. All right, let's keep going. 37.
Okay. You cannot divide by 0 just because the calculator says so.
Okay, that's just a math certainty. You
Yeah.
can't divide by 0.
No.
Next.
Internet rule 37, 37.2. 0 chance can divide by 0. 37.3. Pinkie Pie can divide by 0. She can break the fourth wall as canon. What can't she do? Cool, brony.
Okay, another brony quote.
Okay. Just to unpack this, I think the you cannot divide by 0 means you can't get something from
They
nothing.
all have sub rules too.
Oh boy. Also, it's weird how much bronies are just on 4chan. That's bizarre to me.
Again, it's their anchor.
I think that's kind of their
So they don't
platform.
completely go delusional.
There's no cock like horse
Well,
cock.
Send your asshole
Oh,
into
into
shock.
shock.
That's what I'm saying.
Grab the sock.
38. No real limits of any kind apply here. Not even the sky. 38.5. Don't drop that dun dun dun. No exceptions. 38.702. Rule 38.5 is false. Don't drop that dead in. 39. Caps lock
Whoa. We gotta unpack 38.
Sorry. I went too fast.
Okay.
I got caught up in the text.
Don't drop that dun dun dun. Hey,
It's a
don't
song
drop that
reference.
dun, dun, dun.
Okay, moving on.
It's another meme.
39. This one's great. Caps lock is cruise control for cool. It's all capitalized.
Do you guys agree with that?
Yes.
Yeah.
Number 40 relates to that because it's also still all capitalized. Even with cruise control, you still have to steer. Basically, don't be cool where you shouldn't be cool.
That and caps lock isn't always going to be cool. It is cruise control for cool, which is the base minimum for being cool.
41. I'm
But-
just gonna.
Yo, I'm taking a turn.
Oh yeah, my bad. You take it from 41.
Continue.
Okay.
Sorry for cutting you off. Spence.
Needs more
You're good.
Dezu, no exceptions. I actually don't know.
I
this
don't know
anime
this one.
reference, I guess. I
Anime
don't fucking
reference.
know.
Do you want me to look it up? We
No.
are researching. This is like an unpacking kind of thing.
Are we trying to go through all 99 rules in one episode?
I'm willing to bet most of them won't require a Google search. And yeah, we should.
Tell you what, I'll swap off. You keep the page
Live research.
I'll keep the page up.
again.
up. Desu.
Okay. I'll go through the 41 points.
Okay.
41.2, scroll down.
40.
41.3, all the way in all caps.
The polite form
so-
of the Japanese copula, which is often translated as to be. So to be,
Needs
but I'm
more
pretty sure
to
that's a
be.
character.
Also, I wonder if 41.2 and .3 are talking about what's at the end of this text.
Maybe.
Okay, I look up Desu and I get this guy.
Oh, I think
That's Udiu from Bleach.
I don't fucking know, dude.
why don't you try 4chan context?
Okay, 4chan Desu.
4chan Desu
I swear, if I
context.
see more gore, I'm gonna be upset.
If it's gore, just throw your phone and ignore it.
Alright,
I look up, dude. I looked up 4chan and it put in Desu as the second option.
That's spooky.
It's ominous.
This looks like a small Chinese girl. I don't.
Okay, no.
It's not looted.
I don't know. I don't know, Chief.
That's
Chief.
sketchy. That's
Okay,
sketchy.
based off of her coloring, maybe she's like an unofficial mascot.
That makes sense.
That makes
actually.
sense.
Okay.
That's
More
what I'm
wholesome than
believing.
I
It's
thought.
wholesome.
Maybe it's
They
not
just
wholesome.
adopted a character from an anime
Does-
that kind of looks like the logo.
Does she have a 4chan logo
Let's-
and like a hairpin?
I don't know. I kind of don't want to keep digging.
Don't keep digging.
Don't dig.
There's
It's
a
a-
brony of her.
Alright,
Ah!
Of course there is. That was rule 34 point whatever the fuck.
I think
Yeah,
it was 34.5.
Rewind like 10 minutes.
Tommy,
I'm sure
please
you'll
get
find
us
it
outta
somewhere in the
here.
audio.
Okay, 42. Nothing is
Oh.
sacred, which was already talked about in one of the first rules. I think it was rule 5 is nothing is sacred here or something like that.
No, 5 was
it wasn't worded
synonymous stuff.
exactly like that.
But it's similar.
I get what you mean.
43. Sorry, go ahead.
It's 6. Anonymous can be a horrible, senseless, uncaring monster. No,
no,
not
that's
quite.
not it.
Anyway. 43. The more beautiful and pure a thing is, the more satisfying it is to corrupt it. Maybe that's why.
Oh! Sorry, I just saw something down the list that makes sense now.
Oh,
Please continue.
we're being 4chanized live, guys.
Ah, yes, it is very easy to destroy over create.
Yeah.
44. Trying to edit the rules of the internet with Japanese characters is like trying to make 2 girls 1 cup acceptable in society. It only works on Acon.
Reference?
I mean, yeah, reference to 2 girls, 1 cup. Wow.
What's Acon mean?
I'll look it up.
That was what I was referencing.
This
I'm
one's the
trying to
door.
ignore the 2 girls, 1 cup thing.
Yeah, I mean 2 girls 1 cup ought to be ignored.
It was a rite of passage as a kid.
Ah.
Being scarred for life with that shit.
I see what you did there. He's shaking his head at me while Trev is researching.
I think it just refers to like cons in general, Comic-Con.
Oh,
Or-
works at like a con.
Yeah, like a con.
Like a convention.
Yes, a convention.
Oh.
That's what it's short slang.
When one sees a lion, one must get into the
Fucking
car.
dweeb.
Rule 45.
Reference?
Pretty
so,
funny. Sounds like a man that run in front of bus get tired, man that run behind bus get exhausted.
Hey, there's the reason.
Rule 46. If an inanimate object
Intimate.
if an intimate object then
Topic. Tommy, do you want me to take it
I'm
off?
sorry.
Sorry,
Look,
I'm catching
hate-
dyslexia. Go ahead.
I
Okay.
hate to correct you.
Rule
That's
40,
what it says.
Rule 46. If an intimate topic, then the manufacturer of premium sex toys, G-Vibe,
That's where the link
with a
came
unique
from.
design. I don't think this is a rule. I think this is
I
an
said,
ad.
I said this to the group chat for context, and at the bottom it gave a link to this exact website to buy sex toys.
So
from.
I think that's just an ad that
It
got
might
accidentally
be.
slapped in. So
Not sponsored.
not
yet.
sponsored. Note, not sponsored.
I will sample them.
Rule 47. The pool is always closed due to AIDS and stingrays, which
Dude,
also have AIDS.
the Habbo Hotel thing. Remember the black Afro dudes like going around and blocking people from the pool?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what a reference is.
I don't
It's
remember
just a
that.
reference, but you know what I'm talking about. Internet
I do.
historian, am I
That-
right?
Yeah, internet historian, am I right?
Go watch the video on the pool having
So-
AIDS. It's a good video.
I have a feeling that the majority of these are now just meme references.
Maybe.
Makes sense.
But we'll continue on here. Rule 47.2. You are a fool.
Wait, can I read these? I want to read
Actually,
these. They're all in caps.
please.
You are a fool! 47.3. The consequences will never be the same!
Cruise
That's it.
control for cool.
Yeah.
Number 48. A cat is fine too.
I mean, rule for life: get a cat. Everybody needs one, unless you have a dog, and then love that
get-
dog.
Okay, these
You
rules
get a
all the
part
way
of the
up to
cat
like...
distribution system.
Sorry, I read ahead. Don't worry about
All
it.
right. Rule 50. Another cat leads to Zippo Cat.
I found.
Did you get to 57?
I did. I did.
What? Don't read it. Okay, we'll get there. We'll get there.
All right, let's keep going here.
Thank you, 4chan. Very cool.
Number 51. No matter what it is somebody's fetish. No exceptions.
I feel like
this kind
that's
of
part
falls
of
back
Rule
to the
34.
34,
Yeah.
but it is also another rule. Yes.
I thought you read to 53, Trevor. by the way.
52.
That's
It is a delicious cake. You must eat it.
It says for me, it is delicious trap. You must hit it.
That's 53. No.
Yeah.
Or, sorry,
I might
did
be
I say 53 or 52?
You said 53 and then you
Okay.
read 52.
My
I
bad.
might be dyslexic.
Anyway, 53.2. The trap broke the lazar.
Okay.
I don't know if it's talking about traps like
Or
femboys.
Laza.
We're gonna go back one. So I think this is a Portal reference.
It's a Portal
Okay,
reference.
the
There's
52
some
is
later
if it's
on.
a
definitely a Portal
delicious
reference.
cake and if it's a delicious trap, because I think it's a cake is a lie joke saying
Yeah.
that traps are gay.
Yeah.
No, the portal reference was just a cake is a lie.
Right? No. The cake is a lie is 52, right?
Yes.
And then 53 references traps, which are gay, and 53 says you must hit the trap. So therefore,
Like hit it from the back.
traps.
Plap, plap, plap.
No. Therefore,
What?
traps are a lie, just like the cake. Therefore, Portal reference.
Wow.
Okay.
Oh.
54.2 and today.
The fuck does that mean?
I
Okay,
don't know.
All of 54 is just a broken ass
So-
sentence.
Oh, we're missing rule 54. Because it goes from 53.2 to 54.2.
Was it also cut out
So
for
we're gonna-
sensitivity
Maybe, but it doesn't
reasons?
even show
Okay.
54.
Anyway, moving
That's
on to
crazy.
55. Rule 55. If you have time to make up new rules, you have no life. Huh.
55.2, except for
Interesting.
me.
55.3. If you have no life, you do not exist. Therefore, the rule does not exist to you, and you do not exist. No exceptions.
What the fuck does that even mean?
It's one of those things. I do not think, therefore I do not am.
So if you do not exist, which you do, obviously, then the rule can't exist. Wow.
If you don't,
That's
it says
impressive.
if you have no life,
Maybe-
then you don't exist. Therefore,
That's
the
a
rule
false
doesn't apply to you.
dichotomy.
Maybe the idea is
That's
like
a fallacious argument.
maybe the idea is like if you have no presence online, then your rules don't matter because no one will pay attention to them, so they do not exist.
No,
because
the-
you don't exist.
No, it's
Saying you
talking
have
about,
no life means that you spend all your time online.
yeah, but I'm
talking about
talking about
editing
the
these
other
rules.
rule
It's talking
where
about
the rule does
editing
not
this
exist if
one.
you do not exist. I know it's a sub rule of the other rule, but the rules are very confusing. That's why we're explaining them.
Oh my god. 55.5. Although the rule does not exist, logic exists. The rule equals logic. Therefore, the rules do not exist. No exceptions. Okay, 55.5.2. Since the rules exist by logic, then the rules have always existed. No exceptions. 55.5.3. So the creation of your rules is only a repost of science. See Rule 24.
I'll just casually pull back to Rule 24. Every repost is always a repost of a repost.
So
Okay.
All right.
55.6.
55.6. If Rule 55 applies to you, then /B welcomes you.
Well,
Well,
55's not on here.
That makes sense.
Just
No,
stole the
55
sub-rules.
is. 55
Sorry.
says, if you have time to make up new rules, then you have no life. So if you have no life, then go to 4chan.
Yeah, then 4chan welcomes you. That's great.
50,
Sorry, it's all a big chunk of text, and it's hard to keep track
Rule
of.
56. They will not bring back snacks. I don't know who they are, but rude.
Agreed.
Yeah.
Rule
Fuck them.
57. You will never have sex.
Oh, great heavens!
And then 57.2.
Rule 57.2. I just had sex and it felt so good.
It says see Rule 82.
Oh, God,
what's
We're
Rule
gonna
86?
pause.
Hold on.
Okay, Rule 82.
Go into
Hold
Rule
on.
82.
Rule 82 says
Ah.
nobody tells the truth on the internet.
Gag,
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 I
gag,
see
gag,
what you
gag,
mean.
gag, gag.
All right. Rule 59. No one does it like Gaston. No
I
exceptions.
just had sex.
I
and it
respect
felt
that.
so good.
Where the fuck is Rule 58?
Probably
In
black
Hungary.
hold.
Okay. Got black hold.
Rule 60. It needs more pumpkin. No exceptions.
Oh no.
60.1. What
Like-
pumpkin? Rule 60.2. It does
This
not
is
matter
like a
as long
mental
as you give him the
fortitude
butter.
test, dude.
Okay, this
We got past Rule 34, and it's like the ramblings of a
Okay.
madman.
I feel like the original rules ended at Rule 34, and then this has just been meme references
No.
for the past
No, no, no,
20
no, no.
rules.
There's
He just
been-
had sex and it felt so good, but
Shut
the cake was a lie, and it was good, but you also
Traps.
you need to hit the trap.
Well, okay. My
What do you mean? Do you want me to fucking hit it? I don't understand.
my logic for my reasoning is Rule 61. It needs more cowbell, no exceptions.
62. It has been cracked and pirated. No exceptions. Nothing has exceptions. 62.2. The previous rule does not apply to Pokemon X and Y.
Wow.
What? I don't even know.
Rule Sorry.
Do you want me to read from
Yeah,
you?
you can continue.
Okay. I mean, if you want to keep reading, you can.
No, you're good.
No, Spence is losing his
Okay, I'll
fucking
take over
mind.
for you. 62.3. The previous rule is null and void if you have a Gateway 3DS card. I'm assuming that's just
Oh.
like,
Holy shit, Gateway.
yeah.
That was an old computer company that went under in like 2008.
Oh, hey, 63 gets back to Rule
Dude,
34.
for every male character, there is a female version. No exceptions. There is Fudacock everywhere.
That's not what that means.
Everything can be a Fuda,
That we haven't found that particular rule yet.
more or less.
Shut the hell your mouth.
Hold on, I'm finding my spot. It's not organized very well at this point.
You're at
Yes.
63.3.
No exceptions.
No,
63.2. For
My
every
bad.
female character, there is a male version. Yes, you can gender swap every instance of female or male.
And then it keeps going.
No exceptions. 63.3. For every asexual character, there is a version for each sex. Glad that we are inclusive.
Well, hold on.
No
it says no exceptions, and then it gives 3 exceptions.
For Rule 63, 63.2, and 63.3 does not include real people. And then in another set of parentheses, too much work. No exceptions. Stop! It's lost all its meaning. No exceptions.
All this could just be part of Rule 34 too.
Absolutely. Oh. Okay, 63.5. Real people are ruled unworthy.
These just okay,
This
hold
feels
on.
like this is the kind of text you'd find right before the boss fog wall in a Dark Souls game. That's what these statements feel like. Just someone having a time.
Try finger hole.
Try finger butthole.
In case of pain, try butthole.
Try butthole.
Oh my god!
Dog.
I just read down to 66 and
Okay.
its subcategories.
Rules 63.6, Rule 63.4, and 63.5 are lies. Real people can and will be gender bent. No exceptions. 64, don't copy that floppy.
Anyway,
Someone does not want their porn leaked. Rule 64, number 65, Anonymous is not your personal army.
Okay, yeah.
Okay. 66, the cake is a lie.
Makes sense. That's a
That-
Portal reference.
that's a Portal
That was
reference.
big on the internet.
66.2, the lie is a cake.
That's just the thing,
But
but
backwards.
It's
66.3,
post-ironic.
the cock is a lie.
Okay.
Also a reference. 66.4. The lie is a cock.
God damn it.
66.5, the cake is a liar. 66.6.66.4, the lie is a cock. Wait, I misread
What?
that. 66.6, the number of the beast.
Yep, there you go.
66.7, Iron Maiden is
You're
awesome,
losing
no
it.
exception.
Uh-huh.
66.8, unless you are
GLaDOS. That's another
GLaDOS.
Portal reference.
God, this
66.9,
Iron Maiden
is a
GLaDOS
metal.
is a lie. You'll never know. 66.10, even if GLaDOS is a lie, AFH is still true. Refer to Rule 334.3 and Rule 93. Okay, do we want to unpack that? That's just a bunch of Portal references and then the guy playing around with words.
And also, don't forget
the
there's
cock is a lie and the lie is a cock.
No, the Iron Maiden reference. Iron Maiden's an old heavy metal band.
Yeah. I mean,
I think
fair.
that's...
I am
That's fine.
reaffirming
I don't think that's a
my
rule, though.
accusation
This
that
is a schizo post
past,
now.
past 34. This has been nothing more than a schizo's
This is
post
just
and update
insane
of the
ramblings.
rules of the internet.
And we're going to keep reading them
we
because,
gotta
again,
finish.
the internet has infinite interpretations of the rules, and this is
Right.
just one of them.
Right, we gotta finish.
Okay. God, hold on. I got to find my spot again. Again, there is no proper,
You're on
formatting here.
67.
Yes, I'm on 67, but it's hard to find. There it is. Anonymous does not buy. He downloads. Okay, so
It's
pirating.
pirating.
Yep. 68. Millhouse will never be a meme, ever, no matter what your post ends with. No exceptions, ever, no. Someone really doesn't like Millhouse. I'm assuming
Oh.
from The Simpsons.
Yeah.
Yeah,
go to
It keeps
68.
going.
68.2.
Dear
However,
Lord.
Millhouse is not a meme, is a meme. 68.3. It is undecided whether Millhouse is not a meme, is a meme or not. This is completely fucking insane.
Again, the schizo got a hold of this.
68.4. Refer to Rule 899,899. 68.5. Rule 68, 68.2, and 68.3 define falsity, truthiness, and ambiguity. So by definition, Millhouse is not a meme. 69. LOL, 69, am I right?
Oh my fucking god. Nice.
The 34 was the last one.
Seriously, like
I mean,
this.
we're finishing this, but 34 was just the last one.
It might have been, yeah. It kind of devolves.
69.2. If your question ends with "Am I right?" the answer will never be yes.
I like that one a lot.
Self shutdown. That's great.
That's a rule
At
to live
least
by.
he's-
I like 69.2.
I do. At least he's self-aware.
That's the only one
Yeah.
that's actually like viable.
So far,
Ever
after
since Rule
69.
34.
I mean, fuck, brain, gone. Ah!
Did I say
70.
64? I
Do
said
not talk
34.
about the 100 GET failure. Don't know that reference.
Don't know that
I don't
one.
know the 1 million get failure.
71. The internet is serious business, which directly contradicts some of the earlier rules where you're not supposed to take the internet seriously.
I think we're supposed to read this in the 4chan language we've been taught so far, which is that caps lock is cruise control. So
Also, it's
serious
cool.
business is in cruise control, which makes it post-ironic, which makes saying it's serious business, even though they know it's wrong, post-ironically
Yeah,
funny.
so they're basically lying in a funny way that's based off of the caps lock being enabled. I
Yes.
see. They're being ironic.
Hold on, Spence has a point.
No, they're just being retarded.
71 point infinity. The internet is better than you.
Like, as a conglomerate, I'm pretty sure everyone on the internet together is better than any one
I think it
individual.
outscales any one of us for
Yeah.
sure. Hell, it probably outscales all three of us, but
Oh, well, yeah, obviously.
you know,
Because it's a lot
I'm
of
just
people.
saying. 72. Darth Vader is your father. No exceptions.
Oh,
I'm
no.
so tired of this. No exceptions.
72.2.
It's like statistically speaking, at the end of everything.
I love it.
I'm gonna lose it.
72.2.
Except for Ash. No one knows who Ash's father is, not even his mother. Lore. Can you take over?
Rule 73. There isn't enough, just ask for more. More is spelled like roar.
Like
Like roar.
I'm
lol,
assuming that's a
funny
reference.
meme language.
Again.
74 is missing, I'm assuming due to sensitivity reasons. 75. Rule 75 is a lie.
Thank you. What a waste of words.
What a waste
It
of a
should
rule.
cost money to type letters.
Yeah, I feel like we could actually make better
Right
rules.
here.
76.
Unironically.
Maybe. 76. Twinkies are the answers to life's problems. 76.2. Disregard Rule 76.1. The creator was gay. Twinkies are back. They will always be back. No exceptions.
It should be noted that 76.1 is missing.
It's been deleted.
So, a slight tangent here. 76.1 was probably referring to the time when Twinkies disappeared for like 2 years. And then they came back.
Okay.
Remember, because they
I'm
kept
losing
saying
my
that
mind. It
what's
feels
his
like this
Tallahassee
person is
from
5 different
Zombieland
people.
was on a personal vendetta to bring back Twinkies.
I mean, Twinkies are good.
No, they're not.
Guys,
Hey.
We pretend that they're good, but they're
Sponge
really not.
cake with way too much frosting in the middle can be good. I like
Twinkies are pretty good.
They're nasty.
They're just too much. That's my thing, right?
Only if you make it into the Twinkie weenie sausage.
Okay, moving on.
In all fairness, that shit is surprisingly good.
It was so
Rule
disgusting.
77. The internet makes you stupid.
Yeah,
Damn
I know.
straight.
I fucking know.
Hold on,
brother.
hold on. Rule 77.7. Rule 77 is false. You are
Shit.
not necessarily stupid, just incomprehensible. Which
I'm glad we could
definitely
join this poster's ranks.
definitely applies to you, Trevor. You like half of your communication is through like memes. People who haven't been around you barely comprehend.
That's fine.
Rule 78.
What the shit, man?
It will always need more sauce. I think that's in relation to the source meme.
Oh yeah, because
Yeah.
sauce.
Yeah.
Sauce?
Your
Sauce?
reference?
Yeah, it's barbecue sauce. How'd you know?
Some reference.
Rule 80. Interwebs 177 did it. No exceptions.
Someone
I'm
just
assu-
got called out. Sorry,
some
interwebs
call out to
177.
some 4chaner.
We're almost there, guys.
We're getting there. Rule 81. Anonymous is a fool by default.
So everyone on 4chan is a fool. Got it.
Wait, we're reading a 4chan repost. Does that mean we're a repackaged fool?
Yes.
We're chan
It's complimentary mania.
Rule 82. Nobody tells the truth on the internet. Which kind of... It's weird because...
It's very surface level.
Yeah.
Because, like, some people are being truthful. I think it's just... That's the safe assumption that this poster is implying you go with. It's like, automatically assume. That way you don't get fucked.
The thing is, that's already been talked about in the earlier rules.
Yeah. So,
All right.
unnecessary.
Rule 83. Point 2. Only mental slugs edit Star Wars. I'm guessing Rule 83 refers to George Lucas editing Star Wars. 83.4. Han shot first. That's a controversy in the Star Wars fandom where George edited it so Han didn't shoot first when he meets Greedo in the Mos Eisley Cafe on the planet Tatooine.
Fucking nerd.
Rule 84. All rules are true, including this one.
But it's on the internet, so
Hold on,
I'm supposed
hold
to
on.
assume they're all false.
Hold on. Rule
It keeps
84.2.
going.
These rule, therefore, are Rule 474 compliant. Rule 85.
Continue.
Stupid rules are forbidden.
All of these are
Okay.
stupid rules.
So,
Except for yours, because you had sex and it
I
felt
feel
so good.
okay.
But you will never have sex.
And everyone is lying, so he didn't have sex. And you might have sex because he was lying when you said you never will.
This feels like a really long, unlimited bacon question.
I feel like there have been like 3 or 4 edits of this by 3 or 4 different people, and they are continuously arguing with each other about certain rules.
That's how copy
making-
pastas work.
And making memorandums or amendments to these. So like, rule this doesn't apply if this and then this.
That's how copy pastas and
I
shit
hate
posts
it.
work.
86.
The
Man.
term sage does not refer to the spice.
I'll be damned.
Yes, it can.
I mean, I guess it could be a wise person or a magic user if you're playing Dungeons and Dragons.
That's so true.
Rule 87. If you get pepperoni ever again, I swear I'll blow this joint sky high. I think that's a
That's a
reference.
That's a
Reference.
line from some fucking film or show.
Oh my god.
87.2.
87.2
Oh my-
through 4 is a fucking
But
conversation
you know,
about
I only
pizzas.
like pepperoni. 87.3. Cheese pizza is the best pizza. No exceptions. 87.4. Sorry, all I got were shrooms, but we can still get high, right?
Is that like a
Fuck!
Is that Cheech and
What does
Chong?
this even
It
mean?
might be Cheech and Chong.
No,
Shua
no,
Beach.
I don't think they're that edgy to threaten to blow the place sky high. I think that's a like Harold and Kumar
Maybe
you
it's a
guys
South.
talking about?
Maybe it's a
What
South
the
Park
fuck?
thing.
movies.
Oh, so I
Maybe it's-
reference
maybe it's South
memes
Park.
that no one comprehends. What the fuck are you
It's
guys
just
referencing?
old
Haven't you ever
stoner
heard Harold and
films.
Kumar go to White
No.
Castle
No.
and or Cheech and Chong?
You guys, you're fucking ancient.
Well, that's beside the point.
You watch old ass movies.
Rule 88. Anonymous rules the internet, no exceptions, which
This-
refers
Wow.
back to rules like 3, I think.
3 through
How
7, and then there were
egotistical.
some more ones in between that said they didn't.
Rule 89.
Again.
Bruce Lee was a hero to us all.
I feel like there's like
Yeah.
I agree.
bunch of
I agree.
BruceLee.
I'm not gonna argue
inspiration.
this one. This one's
I
okay.
feel like Bruce Lee probably wouldn't approve of someone spending a lot of time on 4chan, though. He'd tell them to like work on himself.
Yeah.
or some
I don't know.
shit.
Be a productive member of society.
Yeah.
Am I right?
90. It's never lupus. This is a reference to House
Yep.
because it's never lupus.
It's never lupus.
Okay, and then we skip 91 and 92 and 93 and 93.1 all the way to 93.2.
Well, sometimes it skips 93, or it skips the point one
Can
rule
we-
and goes straight
Can
to
we
point
skip
two.
the sub rules of a rule that doesn't exist,
No,
please?
we have to.
Do you want me to read them? I'll read them.
All right,
Okay,
hit us
so
with
90
93.2.
93.2. This is not Rule 93. This is Rule 93.2, and Rule 93 was not here. 93.3. Rule 899 is Rule 93. This is not. 93.4. Faggicorn deleted the real Rule 93. 93.5. Wrecked. 93.6. Get it. Cunt.
Hold on, hold on.
93.7.
Notable cunt is spelled
K-U-N-T. This is not a slur.
yeah.
93.7. The above rules are Rule 93 pro tempore 93.8. At last, we found Rule 93. Everything makes sense now, and the balance of the universe is restored. 93.9. To the writer of Rule 93.8. No, it isn't. We might have to bleep out that word.
Which word?
The one that started with a K that people will interpret as a C.
I think it's fine.
We'll figure that out.
We've said things like
Ne-
fuck.
That's fine. 94. This is Rule 94. It was definitely not deleted by SOPA. 94.2. Rules of playing smartly. Mona VIP Casino to play responsibly. Okay, they're just losing their mind. 95. Anonymous did not, under any circumstances, TK him to the bar?
Take him to the bar.
Take him to the bar? 96. If you express astonishment at someone's claim, it is most likely just a clever ruse. We're almost there. 97. The government, the CIA, everything is a lie.
Okay,
If
now
it wasn't obvious before. 97.2. The NSA is out to get you. No exceptions. 98. Only Zippocat is truth.
What the fuck is Zippocat?
I don't know. We'll look that up.
Okay.
But we must finish the
we
last
gotta
one.
finish.
99.
finish the
All
damn
numbers
thing.
are at least 100, but always over 9,000.
Fucking hell.
Don't
For-
you guys just love the internet?
I hate it. The last, 30, 40 rules have been nothing but just ramblings of madmen constantly editing over each other.
Some of it was legitimately good information.
The
I
o-
won't lie.
Oh,
Tommy, when did
damn.
legitimate information stop?
I'm getting cute, adorable cats.
Oh,
Zippocat.
I'm so sorry. Zippocat is a classic drama-inducing series of images showing a cat being doused in lighter fluid and
Oh
set
my
ablaze.
god! That's what that is?
Yeah.
Oh no!
That's awful.
That's horrible! I just saw realistic images of it. That's terrible.
That cat.
Why did I go to images first?
That cat is no longer with us, and I'm so sorry.
He didn't read the rules.
The rule 0 is don't fuck with cats, and rule 40
That's
something
rule
is
0.
and rule 40 something is
Rule 1 is don't talk about me. Guys, the internet's really complicated.
Spence, I want to say I agree with you. There's very little legitimate information on there, and I feel like I lost part of myself reading that. But I think that's how 4chan just works.
I found myself getting angry around Rule 50, and it kept
Guys,
getting worse.
Let's each, here, as a final exercise before we end the podcast, let's each make a new rule to add. Let's start with you, Tommy.
Oh, so I get to add one rule to the rules of the internet?
Yes. You don't have to make a specific number. You just say what you want.
I'm going to make a specific number, okay?
Okay.
Let's see here. Okay. All right. Rule 103. If you're reading this, go touch grass.
Fucking
That's a good rule.
amen.
Spence?
Rule 104. If someone claims that their dad works at NSA or the CIA and threatens to ban you off of Xbox, they're probably a liar. No exceptions.
Rule 6,773. If you encounter an individual saying the words no exceptions following any sentence they utter, proceed to procure your pocket claymore and throw it in their general direction.
No exception.
No exceptions. All right, guys, this has been Complimentary Mania. No
right.
exceptions.
Absolutely.
Absolutely
No
no
exceptions.
exceptions.
Absolutely no exceptions.
Good night, ladies.
Thanks
and
for bearing
gentlemen.
with us.
Guys. No exceptions.
Shut the fuck your mouth.